It's a share mana, a pese, a creative platform, a mabruno, youth, and Pimpino, ye more a crime almost sunshine margin, or moonshell margin. And IDP Foundation, yeah, Jamal Ghana, bear 15 years, they support education, particularly the affordable non-state education sector. Into your private school sector now, the affordable non-state sector supported low income communities and communities are buying school Andrew into for at these schools are boa communities into and then and yet a program who has an near per se near percent lana or mafa program no more youth say the more quine na or more near check or more aspirations the person education is very important for the future is undoubted. Your population in Africa, we have the most youthful population, and say a bit may take advantage of this youthful population. I would say the education system, inclusive. A chance a collabia or baby, also making sure say we have access to education and being prepared for the future. The future workforce, be free Africa. So a bit me ama Sadia na true. Now was a training kwalano. In Chelsea a buying school be a Ghana biano. Also making sure say programs be a as a state in Ghana inclusive of all schools. Teacher training, teacher standards improvement making sure say we include all schools. Even all programming, TLMs, provided all resources. My engineer said schools need na buying schools in one or see a ball or see a cocoa near schools be to say low fee private schools are and Pala be or muno or more and now near chair or more aspirations, also making sure that those schools need not hobby. Now, oftentimes, especially emphasis education discourse, policy work, decision makings around education, reforms, including your youth, including the youth voices. Being the youth, a lot of aspirations, a lot of ideas. And also those ideas and aspirations, reflect where your policies. Those ideas and reflect where your interventions, many your programming. It's your framework, we media. Now you say no more going to a partnership where we create more spaces for youth to share their views, their aspirations, especially in education. The future of education, it should be shaped by the aspiration of the youth. Na you share mana win and near per se, and I'm giving say,
aside we having a library in our school, the specific textbooks that the teachers used, so like Akiola Science, those textbooks, they are not available in the library. So those ones, you have to buy them. And unfortunately, not all of us could afford, so it was available to just a few in the class. So some of us that could not afford had to be patching with those that had. So you have to book the book. You have to ask the person, will it be free this weekend? Can I get it? And then, so once you get it, you have to learn all you can because you don't know when next the textbook is going to be free again. So this, I think, was one of the challenges that I faced in my school, the learning materials. So if support could be made to provide students with these learning materials, I think it will go a long way to help. The second thing that I would like to touch on is teacher support. So my class, we were about 30 in class, and then in as much as our class size wasn't large compared to probably some government schools, I think our teachers really needed the support. Sometimes I felt like my teachers needed support with the teaching materials. And even if the students had learning materials, it would help the teachers because they wouldn't have to. Sometimes they want to give assignments from textbooks, but because not everyone has it, they would have to write all the questions on the board and all. So if the teachers could be supported with teaching and learning materials, if they could be supported with incentives or opportunity, if they could be supported with performance-based bonuses, I think it will go a long way to motivate them and keep them on their toes, keep them even doing more than they can offer.
My name is Akamo Foster Wintirum, and I'm a third-year medical student of the University for Development Studies. A great chunk of Africa's population is represented by the youth. The exuberant, vivacious, and fresh blood-filled young men and women are the leaders of Africa's future. This is why the African Union prioritizes young voices at the 37th African Union Summit. His Excellency Musa Faki Mohammed had something to say. He reiterated that the youth are a productive asset for Africa's population. Currently, the statistics show that about 98% of this exuberant youthful population enroll in primary education, but then a decline is seen as they progress to secondary education. It sharply declines as well as they progress into higher education, and that is what we want to focus on. We believe that reforms should be brought into place, interventions that would inure to the common good of mankind, which is producing a conducive environment for studies, producing teaching and learning materials, and making education accessible for everyone should be put in place and not being derived towards attention on the excesses.
So currently, very few of us have counseling units, and if some foundations like IDP could come in, other partners could come in to ensure that we train some of our own to be counselors in our schools, it would go a long way to help. So we look forward. We are open to partnership, and I believe IDP from here will talk about that and see how best we can help our schools. It is really important. When we speak about the mental health issues, it is real. It's happening in our schools. And so even with teachers, they need counseling as well, and then the kids as well. So we hope and pray that together with IDP, some other partners, we could make some inroads in that regard as well. Yes, low-fee private schools, they do exist. Several of them. And with the video that we watched, IDP has touched about 1,000 plus of them. These schools are mainly located where we do not have public schools, where the income levels of parents are quite low. They can't just pay school fees. And some of these schools do not even charge what we call school fees at all. They just charge something little to help run the schools. And that is where IDP comes in. They have done remarkably well, but there are lots more out there. And I think even IDP needs partnership in that regard. And so as private schools, we are partnering with them. We are making sure we locate some of these schools so we can assist them.